Welcome to a new video. I wanted to talk about how I tag on various different websites, whether it be Redbubble, Teepublic, Society6, all these kind of different sites. Of course, I have different strategies for each site, and things do differ, but there are certain guidelines and certain things that I have. So I just want to very quickly explain how I tag on certain sites, and I also want to kind of show you guys a place where I'm going to do more of those videos for free here on YouTube. So what I'm going to be doing in the future is I'm going to be planning on auditing certain designs, whether it be on Redbubble, Teepublic, Zazzle, doesn't really matter. But I'm going to be showing ideologies around tagging for each individual product, and I'll kind of be giving my analysis on them and things that I would change. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not even a perfect tagger myself. I'm sure I'm a human being. I make mistakes. I'm sure I make mistakes. That's what I meant to say. I am a human being. But it's kind of fun and educational to see certain designs and just kind of critique in a constructive kind of way just to see, how you could improve certain designs. So I'll pick, for example, random designs, like a certain one, and I'll kind of say, okay, this keyword would be here, XYZ. I would remove this keyword, that keyword. I'm going to be doing videos like that on this channel. By the time you go to that channel and see it, there probably will be a video already there for you, and it will be me analyzing a particular design. And like I said, I'm planning on doing this with Redbubble, Teepublic, Society6, Zazzle, all kinds of different designs, and I would talk about why I would add certain keywords, why I would remove certain keywords, things like that. So you get to kind of see, I guess you could say, food for thought, just stepping in my brain and why I would tag certain things certain ways. But with that being said, in today's video, I know I haven't made a video in a few days now. I kind of wanted to just briefly talk about my strategy with tagging and kind of my approach overall, right? So let me just grab a whiteboard here so I can show you what I mean and kind of draw this out. If I was to draw a target here, so we have like the first target section, we have the second part, and of course we have the bullseye, and the bullseye will be like, let's say right here, colored, right? If I was to tag, right, every single time I create a design, whether I add the title, I create the actual graphic, I add the tags, what I'm really doing is I'm taking a dart and I'm attempting to throw it at the target, right? My goal as a seller with print on demand is to get as many bullseyes as I possibly can, right? That's your goal too. Everybody wants to get money, make money, get sales. That's, if I was to give you a metaphor, that's let's just say it's a target hitting the, and I'm just trying to draw a target here, a target hitting the bullseye. Everybody wants that. But there's two different ways to tag. If you're doing things incorrectly, whether it's on purpose or it's by mistake, nobody really does mistakes on purpose, but if you're just creating mistakes, you're not doing things properly, whether it be tagging, titling, or even creating messed up graphics and trying to post them, maybe sometimes even graphics that are not ideal for certain products. What you're doing is you're throwing your target you're throwing your pin kind of at the target without even looking, right? Almost like blindfolded. But if you're aware of everything you're doing, right, you're taking the shot at the target, but you're completely aware. You see where the target is, and of course, it gives you a much higher chance to be successful. And you could think of this as a long-framed metaphor for getting sales on print-on-demand sites. We have competitors on print-on-demand. There are certain things we can't control, but we can indeed still get sales. We could still hit that bullseye, per se. And not just me, but everybody listening has probably done this before. At this point, 2024 into the game, everybody has gotten sales on probably a site or another, right? Maybe multiple sites. Maybe, a ton of sales. Who knows? But the point is that we've all hit that target eventually. And the more we're aware of certain mistakes, the more we're competent in the skills of creating these sales, the more money we'll make. From creating the right designs, like I said, titling properly, take care of those SEO benefits, tagging properly, and doing whatever else is needed to increase those sales. So I look at it that way. Every design that I create, I'm hoping that it will hit the target. And with my knowledge and everything in my power, I do everything in my power, like I said, to get to that point. Are there times, of course, where I, miss the mark? Of course there are times where I miss the mark. Are there times where I could get potentially quote unquote lucky? I mean, yeah, kind of. It depends on your perspective, but yeah, there are probably some times based on my level of work where I don't deserve that sale, especially my earlier works, and yet I still do because of circumstance. But we don't want to leave things up to circumstance. We want to maximize the amount of sales we get. And so, like I said, I'm going to be posting videos on this channel. I've had this channel for a really long time. On this channel, around certain designs that I'll be critiquing and kind of just explaining how things have changed. So I'll give you a good point of reference here. So if you were creating designs, let's just say in 2015, 2016, even 2017, there were certain things that people did around tags that really aren't beneficial today. In fact, they'll actually hurt you, and some of those things, or most of those things, I can't think of something we didn't mention in the Autopilot Redbubble SEO course. So the SEO course talks about titles, talks about tags, talks about everything needed from an algorithm perspective. And we covered a lot of those things, but I think it will further help everybody watching, for those who are either students or not, to see more kind of critiques and how to move in the right direction with things. And like I said earlier, guys, don't get discouraged. I make mistakes too. There are some times where, a piece of work that might go out on a certain design where, if I thought properly and I sat down and gave it some more effort and more time, those mistakes wouldn't have occurred and would have never happened. But don't get me wrong, just because I make mistakes doesn't mean that I should just let them, fly by. I should be more vigilant, more aware. And granted, the longer you're in the game, you're going to get better at it. It's just a matter of choice. It's not a matter of choice. It's just a matter of reality, matter of fact, rather. And, I'm not going to keep this video on for too long, but that's really what it comes down to. Either you're making the mistakes, you're not aware. It's literally the exact same thing as taking that shot blindfolded. It's much harder to succeed. But if you're aware of all the mistakes you're making, you have kind of a right frame of direction, well, now you know where the target is at least, and you can constantly work on yourself to hit that target. All right, guys? So, like I said, by the time you visit the channel, there will be a video here of the first, you could say, audit. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching, and peace out. Bye.